Ames, Iowa, the home of the Cyclones, but for this past week, it has been home for the 2026 Girls State Soccer Tournament here in Ames, Iowa. Hello, everyone. Kellen Toach joined alongside Austin Oliver, and today, Austin, we have quite the matchup. 3A semifinal, the Valley Tigers and the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars, one of the best matchups you could ask for at this time of the year, and it's a CIML rivalry game.
Absolutely. They met one time this season. It was a 2-1 win for the Valley Tigers, so I really feel like anybody could really come out on top of this one. It's a state tournament. All kind of bets are off, and we're ready for a great game today.
Well, both of these teams have quite the pedigrees to themselves. We were able to touch with both coaches. We talked to Rob Chapman, head coach of the Valley Tigers, one of the most prestigious head coach in soccer history for the state. For Valley, he has over 500 wins, 7 state championships. He's looking for ring number 8. And then we were able to touch base with Coach Allen of the Jaguars. He's looking to add ring number 4. And all bets are on the table today. And both teams are looking to move ahead and finally get into that state championship game.
Yeah, we got Waukee Northwest and Bettendorf going on right behind us. They just started about 15 minutes before us, so we'll keep you abreast of what's going on in that game over there as well to finalize the other side of the final that'll come tomorrow, which a little bit odd. We had a delayed day yesterday and moved all games to today, so everybody got an extra day of preparation and ready to get these games going.
Well, the extra prep will help. These are the final games of the day. We're going to take a quick step back and be back to you with starting lineups. You're watching the 2026 Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. This afternoon's matchup is featuring the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars and the Tigers from Western Moines Valley. Now time to introduce the players in today's 3A semifinal matchup. First, the non-starters for Ankeny Centennial. Number 2, Piper Zeman. Number 4, Samuel Horsley. Number 6, Greta Den Hartog. Number 9, Addison Ballard. Number 10, Gabrielle Berger. Number 18, Rebecca Quick. Number 24, Kaylin Jackson. The non-starters for West Des Moines Valley. Number 2, Summer Cycle. Number 4, Sophia Costello. Number 6, Easton Litt. Number 10, Karina Rogers. Number 11, Jada Tate. Number 16, Lauren Kaiser. Number 20, Ella Clayton. Number 21, Peyton Wynn. Number 24, Isabel Lynch. And number 26, Katie Miranda Alonso. Now let's meet the starters for both teams, starting with the Jaguars from Ankeny Centennial. Number 3, Jaden Jackson. Number 5, Johanna Gray. Number 8, Hadley Bergen. Number 11, Josie Halinger. Number 12, Emery Becker. Number 13, Kale Pizzetti. Number 15, Madeline Postman. Number 20, Emily Conger. Number 22, Grace Moskovich. Number 23, Abby Boyle. And number 99, Riley Litchfield. The head coach at Ankeny Centennial is Chris Allen. His assistants are Naomi Lopez, Danielle Jackson, and Noah Schmalzer. Now let's meet the starters for the Tigers from West Des Moines Valley. Number 0, Reagan Gardner. Number 3, Morgan Nichols. Number 5, Evelyn Rubino. Number 7, Sabrina Rogers. Number 8, Olivia Rotich. Number 9, Rachel Wyra. Number 13, Evelyn Asplund. Number 14, Leah Kate Morrow. Number 15, Aliyah Johnston. Number 17, Bryn Kenworthy. And number 22, Francis Huckabee. Head coach for the Tigers is Rob Chapman. He's assisted by Luis Suarez, Sam Weeks, Adam Knighty, Mackenzie Ayers, Andrea Swanson, and Michael Roberts. The officials for today, referee is Peter Burgum. The assistant referees are Aaron Valley and Aaron Larson. The fourth official today is Jared Nelson. Congratulations and good luck to both teams. Let's play championship soccer.
And we're moments away from opening kickoff, and both teams have announced their starters. And Austin, when you look at both of these teams, let's start with Centennial. What are the keys for them to come out on top against Valley today?
Well, obviously we got our leading goal scored, 11 goals on the regular season, Madeline Postma. But I want you to keep an eye on Evie Boyle. She's a defender, but she's got just a cannon of a throw-in, and she's going to be probably taking most of their set pieces too. So I think she's going to be a very integral part of success for the Jaguars. On their side for sure.
Yeah, and then when you look at Valley, one of the best coaches in the state, they've been in this spot multiple times. They've made the tournament 12 years in a row, and what's the keys for them to come out on top against the Jags?
Well, I think you're looking at the two forwards. Olivia Rodich, 17 goals on the season in the regular season. We talked to Coach about Sabrina Rogers, just back about 4 to 5 games here before the end of the regular season. So she's kind of given them that little bit of a offensive injection into the system where teams aren't able to so focus on Rodich and are able to open it up and maybe spread things around a little bit. So I look at Sabrina Rogers as playing a big impact and freeing up Rodich a little bit today as well.
Well, both teams are ready to go, and before we get rolling, a little bit of knowledge on these teams. Valley has defeated Centennial this year 2-1, and they're looking to get that 2-0 punch out. And then when you look For Centennial, they have had quite the season themselves, 15-2-1 on the season, 6-2 in conference, third in the CIML, and they are right on the tail end of Valley, who sits at second place. We have a CIML matchup here in the semifinals, and then obviously behind us we got another CIML team in Waukee Northwest, so 4 outstanding teams left to roll, and we've got 2 great ones on set here.
Absolutely. Looking forward to this game.
Both teams, their starting 11s are all set to go. Referees in their spots. And we're underway as Valley and Centennial are 1 game away from that big win. Centennial early pressure on the offensive, goes out of bounds quickly, and
we'll probably see a little bit of sloppy play here from both teams as they get used to the surface. Obviously, everybody's warmed up, but once you get the adrenaline of being out on the field, things change a little bit. The grass is a little bit shorter than it was earlier in the week on Tuesday when they last played, but the grounds crew here has done a wonderful job. You can't even feel any of the moisture that was so prevalent for the day yesterday. It just isn't a factor at all. We got a little bit of a wind blowing from west to east, so it will be a little bit of factor, but it'll be a factor for both teams. It'll be exactly the same.
It's been a factor for both the 1 and 2A semifinals that we've had on both fields, as Valley on the offensive now. Bren Kenworthy. Emily Conger working up the right side, and that's Kale Pizzetti. Valley gets the back, and they have maintained possession.
Yeah, Pizzetti is one of 2 freshmen, 1 on each team. They're going to be starting in the game today, which is pretty unheard of for 3A. Just lots of depth on a lot of these teams. Championship pedigree for both teams. I think people should be nervous when they get into games like this, but both of these teams have been here before, even as underclassmen. Other than the 2 freshmen, both of these teams have been in state situations like this before.
Yeah, Coach Chapman talked pregame that Pizzetti was one of the players that he very much wanted to limit as a freshman. 6 goals on the season and 65 shots, and one of the players that you do not want to let get hot, especially in a big game like this. Both teams feeling it out early. Like you mentioned, it takes a little while to get used to, settle the nerves, and really establish what you want to do early in the game. Centennial retreating, Valley making a push. Francis Huckabee close to that one, but a great job by Centennial's back in to clear it.
Yeah, both Boyle and Bergen have been just a real mainstays in the back, center backs there for the Jaguars all season. So you saw a little bit of Boyle there taking that one out, kind of wrapped it around the offensive player that was pursuing and trying to get to that ball. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars on the far side.
And Huckabee and Posma of Valley and Centennial were both going at it for the ball, but Centennial reclaims it, working at midfield. A nice pass up on the side. Great job defensively, but they keep possession. A nice clear by Valley as it got dangerously close to Reagan Gardner.
Yeah, Jaden Jackson, number 3 out there, is a recent starter to the starting lineup for the Jaguars. Just been pushing all season as maybe that first offensive player off the bench, but had some scores in game 1 of the state tournament, and they're looking for her to contribute again today.
A promising underclassman, one that's definitely going to have lots of potential in this Centennial program for the coming years. Valley just trying to finally get it out of their end as they send this one right into our media box. They want to get us involved in the game.
And there's that weapon from Boyle there, tossing it all the way in. Looks like a kick when she just like a cannon off of her throw-ins. She's been a 4-year starter for the Jaguars, and that's been a hallmark of what she does for quite a few years. Looks like they wanted a foul on the far side, but they're not going to get it for Valley. And a weak shot to the goalkeeper.
Valley really been on the defensive end. Centennial been offensively aggressive. As Conger up the field, passes it to Pizzetti. Pizzetti back to Conger, working on the right wing. Good job by Valley's Virup to clear it. Valley trying to set up a play as they've got a runaway here, working towards the right side of the field. Great pass. And a whistle's going to be blown there. Madeline Posma, the guilty one.
Yeah, Rudich draws the foul. Not a bad little spot for the first set piece of the match for the Tigers. Looks like Jaguars are going to set up a two-gal wall there to just kind of take away a little bit of the goal.
A far shot here, and you mentioned the wind is definitely a factor, and we've seen a lot of shots, especially on this end of the field. Anything is going left to right. There's not much of a right to left breeze.
Yeah, so the Valley Tigers end up setting up pretty much their whole setup to the left of the bench here, and they're going to go short here. And he didn't blow the whistle, so their tricky play ends up going for nothing.
Well, nothing is right. Very confused there. No whistle. A few players were also confused as well. Nonetheless, Evelyn Rubino lining back up. Centennial setting up their own defense. Hopefully we get a whistle. And there it is, the free kick. This one blowing heavily to the right, and that wind is just such a factor on that end of the field.
Yep. And they'll make those adjustments as the game goes on. It's just going to take a couple kicks, couple corners before they start to dial in how that wind's going to be affecting. Obviously, it's going to gust up and down as the game goes on, but they'll make those adjustments as things move on.
Centennial and Valley, such prestigious teams, not only in the CIML, but in the state, as we've got a runaway here. Jaden Jackson, one of those star players, underclassmen that you've touched on. Great job by Valley to retreat. A nice pass in and a headbutt just over the net. And what an attempt there by Centennial, and what an outstanding pass.
I think that was a Pizzetti with the centering pass there. Fought the ball and then ended up screaming it in there. And Postma's going to want that one back because she had that one right on her forehead for a goal and just goes over the top of the crossbar for the Jaguars.
A good sign early for Coach Allen. His team already aggressive. Hadley Bergen on the offensive. Another cross pass in. A nice touch and just right of the net. Was Pizzetti.
So far, it's been all Jaguars offensively, as Bergen is a center back and had made her way up to the offensive zone and actually made that play kind of happen. Got really deep in the offensive zone for the Jaguars.
Valley's struggling a little bit to even get on the back end of Centennial. It's been all Jags offensively. Great job by Conger, and a whistle's going to be blown.
Yeah, tough call there. She did get the ball first, but on the follow-through took out the offensive player that was possessing the ball. So she, as a defender, she gets focused on that ball touch first, but doesn't think about the follow-through, and she definitely took her down on the follow-through.
Yeah, Frances Huckabee, the guilty one. 7 goals, 3 assists, and 32 shots on the year. A nice pass in, but a good job on Valley's back end to clear it. As Maya Kate Morrow clears this one, and the Jags pick it right back up. They've already had quite a few impressive shots on Reagan Gardner, the sophomore goalkeeper. 70 saves on the season, an 88.6% save rate. A young talent that Coach Chapman really harped on. Valley really working this right side of the field. Haven't really touched the other one where the spectators are, but Centennial has been on the offensive, and another outstanding throw-in. And we're going to have a whistle blown. That's going to be on Jaden Jackson, and this one is heading the other way for Valley.
Yeah, just a little bit went high for the kick. It's just a little bit dangerous. So it's typically going to be a foul almost every time, especially when it's near somebody's head like that one was.
Nice kick from Valley. Centennial now on the defense. Valley trying to set things up. Nice pass over the middle, and this one just off the crossbar. Valley almost comes away with an outstanding shot, just comes up short.
Yeah, nice little one-timer. Get the replay here. Settled that one down, made a turnover here, and that turnover went right in, and it was a one-time shot there. And just right off the top of the crossbar. Had the goalie beat, I think she would have got it on frame.
And also 2 subs came in for Valley. Sophia Costella and Lauren Gazier. And all substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance. IMTINS.com for IMT Insurance. Both teams starting to figure out their ways. Jaden Jackson with possession, working a 1v2 scenario. Tips a shot, great block by Valley as they clear it again. Taken back by Centennial. Passed up the field by Becker. This one back to Conger. Sends this one to Passetti. Passetti with a cross pass over the middle, just out of the reach. They're really loving those cross paths, especially on the right side of the field.
Yeah, just got to have that back post attacker that the tendency is you get too excited and want to get to it right in front of that goal when lots of those balls are going to track over to that far side. And if you just get a great angle, all you have to do is run into the ball to score a goal. So you'll see those guys make those adjustments as well as the game goes on and any further here. A couple substitutions coming in for the Jaguars as well.
Absolutely, and then we got 18, Rebecca Flick, Gabrielle Berger of 10, and number 2, Piper Zeman. And again, substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Type in IMTINS.com for IMT Insurance. Quite a few subs in for both teams as Valley and Centennial trying to get fresh legs. Both of these coaches mentioned in the pregame that they want to stay fresh and they want to keep both of their teams at the top fit throughout the entire matchup because they have a certain respect level for each of these teams.
Yeah, Coach Chapman was a little bit worried about the speed of Ankeny, and he said, you have those first 3 starting offensive players, but when they do subs, they bring in 2 fast players too. With Flick, who I think is a state track star.
Yeah, that is true.
And there she is. You get a good look at her running that ball down there, trying to create some havoc in the offensive zone for the Jaguars.
And Jackson and Flick, 2 of the more quicker players on this roster. We know what exactly Jaden Jackson brings to the table, but also what Flick does as well.
Now this is where Boyle will come in. They'll bring her all the way from the center back position, and they'll pretty much just treat this throw in like a corner kick. She can just rear back and put it into the box, and just as a unique weapon that the Jaguars have had for the last 4 years.
A beautiful throw in and an even better defensive headbutt by Valley as Sophia Costella clears this one, and Valley really has just been relying on their back end defensively this entire matchup. Frances Huckabee up to the right side of the field. Nice head tap to Piper Zeman, who just recently rotated in.
She's the other cycle of that fast substitution group that comes in for the Jaguars.
Valley on a runaway here. Nice job there by McKenna Gray to break it up, but Valley still going. Nice shot and deflected there by Emery Becker. Valley still maintaining possession down in the deep end of Centennial. Good job by the Jags to clear that one. Valley's starting to figure out what to do offensively as they got another breakaway here, and both players fall to the ground. No whistle. They're letting them play through. Postma for Centennial did break it up.
Got a player down on the field right now, so we'll probably get a stoppage in play. It'll stop the clock as center ref Peter Burgum goes over and checks on the injured player.
And a couple players got into a run-in-run scenario there, and the clock will stop to get a check. We will have a few subs as well come in for Valley. Ella Clayton and Summer Schukel.
Trying to get a number on who's injured there.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I know Centennial has the numbers on the right side of the shorts.
I thought it was at 2, maybe Emily Conger, maybe? I'm not positive here. She's limping gingerly on her ankle here. She's getting over to the sideline.
Good news is she is able to get up and walk, as both teams took a quick break for injury and to get water, as the temperature has spiked a little here for the 3 p.m. semifinal games. But so far, pretty evenly matched. Valley been more on the defensive end and Centennial attacking more offensively. But both of these coaches have so much experience in these games and moments that they know exactly what they're doing and how they want to go about approaching each scenario.
I think it might be Emery Becker that went down there, number 12. I think I saw the 2, and because Conger is out there right now, number 20. She's in that defending midfield spot there.
Yeah, Becker, the St. Olaf commit, a very, very solid senior for this Jags program. Definitely a player you don't want out. But if she is injured, you do have to respect that factor. But nonetheless, we're back to rolling here as Centennial on the offensive. Shoots it up the left side. And Valley clears this one. Valley's just really been relying on that back end all day.
Yeah, they're just kind of kicking it out of there too. So if I was gonna, look for something from Valley to do, is start to connect some passes from the back and get some momentum as they get up to the front. Because obviously we know with Rogers and Radic, those offensive juggernauts, we just have to get the ball. You have to get the ball to them and in good spots, and that doesn't happen from just kicking the ball over the top. So
Pizzetti subs in for Zeman, and subs are brought to you by IMT Insurance. And there's another long throw in, head-butted by Valley. Whistle's going to be blown, and it is going the other way.
Yeah, it's kind of ran through the attack there on the 50-50 ball for the Jaguars, so it'll be a free kick for the Tigers.
Reagan Gardner, one of the better goalkeepers in the state of Iowa in the Class 3A, has had a busy day so far.
Looks like Becker may be okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see her coming back in here shortly.
Definitely a good sign. Centennial on the offensive. Good breakup there by Morgan Nichols. Schukel trailing. Great breakup there by Schukel. And she's able to clear this one. But then this one's intercepted by Postma. And a shot on the goal just to the right. And just out of the reach of Gardner. If that was a couple more feet in, that might have banked in.
Gardner was definitely worried as we see the replay coming from a centering pass from the left side from us looking here. And that was much closer than it looked like here, because I think Gardner was really worried about that. She laid completely out trying to get the touch on that ball.
And she was really hugging that left side of the goal where the action was, respectfully, but sometimes you just never know. Some big legs in this game. Easton Litt was the sub in as well for Valley. And she is able to clear it. And we will have another sub for Centennial. Grace Poskovich will be coming in. And also number 9 of Valley is coming in. That will be Rachel Virup. So another substitution are there, brought to you by IMT Insurance. Jaden Jackson coming out of the game, definitely to get a breather. She's one of those players that will be getting a lot of time today. Centennial on Valley's end, trying to set something up. Valley's been strong defensively all day.
Nice run down there. Going to lead to a throw in.
Yeah, nice run down there by Josie Ellinger. Going to be another throw in, and nice cross path over the middle. This one's set right there. That one is for Grace Poskovich unable to come up with it, and a nice clear again by Valley. And Valley, one of the more impressive defenses in the state, but the back line is something that never gets talked about enough.
Yeah. Yeah, right now they're getting frustrated because they're just sending those balls out. They're just kicking them to get out because the pressure's just coming wave after wave from the Jaguars right now. It's going to be something that they're going to hopefully outlast here and see if they can get some connectivity between that back line and that midfield and get that ball up the field. Once again, right there, midfielder gets the opportunity to get the ball up, but it's stolen by the Jaguars. And a great centering pass.
McKenna Gray on the center pass, working back around, looking for anything as Pizzetti. And Valley clears it again. Sabrina Rogers working on the left side. Great job there by Josie Ellinger. And this one's going to retreat all the way towards Riley Litchfield. One of the first times we've mentioned her today. 30 saves on the season. 11 goals allowed. She is also a commit to Concordia St. Paul. An outstanding junior for this Centennial team. Will no doubt have another great season for her senior year with Centennial. Another clear there. This one by Centennial by Evie Boyle. And Valley's going to be subbing in 2 players. They're going to be bringing in Frances Huckabee and Evelyn Rabuno. And substitutions there are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Valley really keeping fresh legs out on the field. Same with Centennial. Down to almost 20 minutes in the first half. Haven't seen too many shots on goal from Valley. It has been all Jags. Still looking for that first goal. McKenna Gray passes this one in. Valley working. Centennial working up the left side of the field. And a breakaway. Centennial working up the left side, looking for an angle. Great job there by Valley.
Foul on Postma there. She just tried to reach back and ended up flipping the defender that was working against her there. And she's struggling to get up. I think she clutched her back a little bit. Yeah, it looks like she's grabbing her back. It looks like number 8. Is that number 8? I don't know if it's number 8.
I think that might be, that could be Olivia Rodich.
Yeah, it could be. I think it's number 9 because I think Rodich is right here.
Yeah,
so we see her here.
That'll be Rachel Virup then. Virup also a Concordia St. Paul commit, so she will be going to school with Riley Litchfield of Centennial as well. So quite a few Division I commits on this field and other collegiate commits. So much talent on this field and such an impressive 3A semifinal game. Nice pass up the field from Bren Kenworthy. This one taken in by Centennial. Nice pass to the right side. That'll be Rebecca Flick. Flick up the field. This one intercepted by Summer Schukel. Valley just trying to get out of their own end. Centennial has been putting the pressure on all day, and a nice clear there from Centennial. Another throw in here. This one for Valley. Valley's been living on their own end of the field all day. Centennial has been making themselves comfortable being on the offensive. Poskovich. Conger, and we're going to have quite a few players down on the other end. Whistle blown.
Be a foul on the Tigers, so it'll be a free kick here and a great opportunity here, about 35, 40 yards out, but a decent angle could put this one on the back post or could have put it on frame, either one. So we'll see what Evie Boyle does with this one.
You're looking to set something up, definitely. A couple subs waiting to go in for both teams, but they're going to set up the free kick. A golden opportunity for the Jaguars. Evie Boyle waits, looking for the right setup. A wall of defenders for Valley. Boyle, nice kick in. This one broken up by Valley. Working on the left side is Centennial. Nice cross and a great job by Valley to clear it. And once again, Valley's defensive backfield comes up clutch.
I'll tell you what, just relentless offensive, just wave after wave of pressure from the Jaguars right now. I think that's what's got that back line for the Tigers just really rattled right now, where they can't connect and move things up the field in any way, shape, or fashion. It seems like they get one pass, maybe two passes, and end up get the ball intercepted. So we'll have Evie Boyle taking the free kick on the far corner from us.
Quite a few subs also came in for both teams. Jaden Jackson and Marie Baker of Centennial. And the kick is in. Nice curving and just off the side of the net. A little too much on it. And Valley once again makes a stand, and they are sending it the other way. Reagan Gardner has been busy this first half with 17 minutes left to go. Valley has yet to make a strong push and stay on Centennial's side of the field. This one in to Maya Kate Morrow. Passes this one to Rodich. Up the field. Back to Morrow. Morrow sends this one. Centennial launches this one down the right side. This one towards Rebecca Flick. Flick, one of those speedy players that Coach Chapman wanted to avoid today.
Strong 50-50 ball there from Flick, but ends up losing it out of bounds.
And it's going to be a throw in here.
So Valley's changed their alignment a little bit. They brought Rodich over here to the near side where we're at. She's right in front of us now. She's been kind of patrolling either the center or the far side of the field. So it's a little bit of a probe by Coach Chapman on maybe some of the matchups to see if he can utilize something and maybe break something open here and test another one of the defenders for the Jaguars.
And another sub for Valley, and they're going to bring in Sophia Costello. Another sub sponsored by IMT Insurance, IMTINS.com for all IMT Insurance information. Valley setting up a free kick here at the hands of Sophia Costello. Valley trying to make a push here. And a nice kick, head-butted. Great headbutt there by Pizzetti. Valley now finally down in Centennial's territory. On the right side is Sabrina Rogers. Rogers one-on-one with McKenna Gray. Over the middle, Valley with an opportunity. Shot on the goal. Great stop there by Riley Litchfield.
Yeah, Litchfield made easy work of that, but the first real offensive kind of stab into the zone for the Valley Tigers.
One of the more impressive shots on goal they've had all day, as we've got a one-on-one scenario here for Centennial. Flick looking for an angle, working one-on-one with Valley's Costello. Speedster looking, passes it interior. Great job by Valley to clear it. Sends this one right back into the direction of Flick. Valley trying to get all reinforcements back to help. And another outstanding job there by Maya Kate Morrow for Valley to clear this one. Coach Allen really has been putting the pressure on Coach Chapman's Valley's defense. And we've got a breakaway here. Jaden Jackson. And this one goes out of bounds, a close possible offsides, but they let it play through, and Valley survives once again.
Yeah, Jackson just took a slight little shoulder, but just popped that defender right off the ball and was able to steal it and move it in her direction. Maybe get some direction from her father, ex-NFL football player, but I think some of the things could be applicable, but some of them could not.
Athletic genes definitely passed down for her. So
might be some football skills that may not translate well to the soccer field that could get you in trouble. But
that speed definitely transferred.
Exactly.
A couple subs in. Valley had 15, Elia Johnston, and number 15 for the Jags will come in, Posma, and also number 10, Gabrielle Berger. Valley sends this one out, intercepted there by Conger. Conger looking to set something up. Nice shot there, just over the crossbar, and a headbutt missed by Centennial. What a save from Reagan Gardner. Valley clears this one, and a long pass down the field. Dangerous there by Riley Litchfield to come out of the box. Valley working on the right side of the field, and we have a player down for Valley. I believe that might be...
I think it's Sabrina Rogers.
Yes, she took a brutal blow to the front of the head, and we're going to have a time stoppage to check on her.
Yeah, the goalkeeper, Litchfield, came off of her line and came out to play that ball, and just as an aftermath from that interaction there, took out Rogers and upended her, and she went down pretty hard.
Checking for the best. Sometimes when in soccer, it's not like football where if you collide, you've got pads. It is bone on bone, straight into each other, and we hope she's okay. But time stoppage here. Both teams have been very physical, and the intensity has definitely been building in these last few minutes with 13 left on the clock. And Valley had a couple impressive shots, and Centennial almost cashed in. But an outstanding save by Reagan Gardner for Valley as both teams are going to retreat. Well, Centennial's going to retreat to their benches.
Yeah, I think the ruling is you just have to stay on the field. You're able to get water during a break in action like this. You're able to get water, but have to stay on the field.
And good thing she is able to get up. She definitely took, that was Sabrina Rogers, and thankfully she's up and walking. But when you're running on full speed with a goalkeeper who's trying to stop the ball and you're trying to make something happen, it definitely did not feel good. But it's good to see her up and walking. Both teams making their way back out. 13-11 on the clock. No score for either team, but there's been some impressive shots. But outstanding play from Gardner and Litchfield, both of them in the back of the net for each team. Both of these teams have such an outstanding history against each other. Valley again. Valley also came over 2-1 against Centennial in the middle of the season. And they're trying to make stuff happen. We're going to have a pass in for Valley. Valley on the back end really trying to make something happen. A few minutes ago, they had a beautiful shot opportunity, but an outstanding stop from Litchfield. And this one's going to go out of bounds there. That is Ella Clayton, the guilty one, and Centennial's going to gain back possession.
Yeah, a little bit of possession there for the Tigers. I was kind of excited for them to be able to get some things going there, but end up losing it out of bounds. But it's a quick turnover for the Tigers. Gets possession back, and then right back over to the Jaguars.
Valley's starting to get comfortable offensively here. Olivia Rodich working the double team. Nice spin move, nice pass. One-on-one situation, and a great job there by Josie Ellinger to break it up. And the Jaguars get a nice stop.
Nice little recovery on the defensive ball there. It's going to set up a corner kick. Are they going corner?
I would guess they're going corner because it did go out on that back end, and it should be.
Yeah, nobody was heading over there, and the ball wasn't out there, so I wasn't sure what they were calling here. But, yeah, we got number 4 heading over there for the Tigers. It's going to be Sophia Costello taking the free kick. So when you get some of the substitutions in, you know, when their starters are in there, you know exactly who's going to be taking those free kicks. But as the substitutions kind of cycle through, that same person may not be in there. Even the secondary person may not be in there as well. So sometimes the coach has got to send over the right player. And you're just looking for somebody who can maybe bend this ball in a little bit back towards the goalkeeper and the on frame here to get somebody to get some action on it.
A nice pass in, headbutt missed. And a scramble for the ball. Is this one in?
That's a goal.
Yeah, they're going to give a goal to Valley. Ball is still in play, but they are calling it a goal, a late call. There were so many people in the area, we were unable to see who actually came home with the goal.
Looks like the referees are going to take a look at it. Here's the AR and a center ref, and they do call goal here.
A late call, but Valley gets home and gets on the board first. A great replay here. This might help us
I think it's Radic on the way down. I think Radic caught it on the way down. If we could see it one more time for our producer, I think Radic, back it up.
Yeah, Schukel taps it, and Radic taps it in.
On her shoulder. It looks like almost like on her head or shoulder to get it in.
That is illegal play, so they will let that go, and Valley strikes first on a bizarre goal, but in games like this, you take them when you can get them.
Great camera work from our cameraman down there, was right on there, and our producer with a nice little slow-mo to give us exactly what we needed to make that call. The Valley Tigers, against all odds in this game, with just not a ton of possession, have gotten the first score of the game.
Yeah, they've made, they're making the impacts in the right spots, and they are doing just that. And like you mentioned, shout out to all of our camera crew. We are fortunately protected by a tent. They are standing out in the sun, so we appreciate all the hard work they're doing, and a fantastic shot for our crew on the left side of the field as this one's cleared by Valley. But you've got 10 minutes left. Valley made a statement first. What are you looking to see for Centennial to kind of respond here with 10 to go?
I think Centennial's just got to do what they keep doing what they've been doing. The defense has been solid. As we give up a little bit of a play right here, and it ends up going out of bounds with Hadley Bergen recovering after a little bit of a bobble on that one. But I think they just got to keep doing what they've been doing and see if they can get a goal back in and get back tied up in this game.
A lot of time left to go, 10 minutes left in the first half. Valley struck first on one of the more unique goals you will see in this tournament. But when you're in a tournament like this and you are living on a prayer, you take them when you can get them, as Jaden Jackson, working up the left side, hits this one out of bounds. And it's going to be thrown in at midfield by Valley. 10 to go in the game. Coach Chapman talked about worrying about the speed of Centennial, but so far they have responded and have dealt with the speed on the back end and cashing in on the moments when they're down in the goal area. This is Berger, passes it up the field towards Pizzetti, cleared by Valley. Nice headbutt there from Evie Boyle. Valley working on the right side. Jags recover the ball. Hadley Bergen. This one goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Hadley, the younger sister of one of the state champion Ankeny Centennial Jaguars, Kate Bergen, who's playing in college now. She plays at Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh. She called a couple games with me earlier in the season.
Awesome,
but,
yes.
Give a shout out to her. I'm sure she's out there tuning in, or she could be over there in the crowd as well.
A couple subs for each team. For Centennial, you have Rebecca Flick and Grace Poskovich, and for Valley, Morgan Nichols. And all substitutions there are brought to you by IMT Insurance, IMTINS.com. 8:30 to go in the game. Valley Tigers up 1-0. Trying to set up possibly another scoring opportunity, but Centennial has done a good job of not letting anything happen. Valley done a fantastic job of easing all opportunities and cashing in at the right time.
Well, you make your own luck, I mean,
absolutely.
If all those players aren't crashing the net like this, like they were, you don't have a lucky opportunity like that to be able to have something go off your shoulder and into the goal.
And Flick sends this one up the right side. Great job by Madeline Posma to get there, backing off along with Jackson and Flick to help her out. Nice pass from Jackson, just out of the reach of Poskovich, and a good job by Valley's defense to clear this one. That was a nice pass, just a bit too far. Centennial with 7 minutes to go, trying to even this thing up. Valley up 1-0, but they're trying to keep the foot on the gas. And Centennial's trying to respond. Jaden Jackson working on the left side. Great defense by Valley. Almost as if she's boxing out in basketball. And a nice pass clear there from Maya Kate Morrow. This one sent back up the field to Jackson. Poskovich Valley trying to clear this one. A good job there. Here comes Flick. Flick on the right side looking for help. Sends this one back all the way. Back to Flick. Flick working on the right side. Jaguars trying to set something up here. And a nice job there by Costello to clear this one. And the Jags are going to throw this one in as possibly an opportunity to cash in here and even this one out.
Yeah, I'm not using Boyle on this throw in. They're going to keep her in back just for defense purposes as we wind down to the 6-minute mark here left to go in half number one.
And a nice pass, but Jackson unable to get it, and another fantastic job by Valley to clear this one. McKenna Gray, nice pass, but this one broken up by Valley again, and Valley has really flipped a switch here and has switched the entire mentality of the game. It was Centennial on the offensive for most of the first half, but the past 10 minutes it has been all Tigers. And this one up the field to Jackson. Jackson's been busy. She's got an opportunity. Nice pass, a little shot. This one goes to the right side. Just missed there by Poskovich.
Yeah, once again, Jackson, just a very subtle move to pop her little defender off the ball and just get in a great position to get a centering pass. You know, the Jaguars are just going to have to. They're going to lament at halftime about some of these missed opportunities that they had, at least to get something on frame. That's the biggest thing. Is that they're missing the frame completely and not testing the Valley Tigers goalkeeper at this point.
They've had a couple ones, but unable to hone in on them. And we also did have a sub for Valley, Tati Miranda Alonso, and substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Alonso, a freshman, not much playing time in the year, only 2 shots. A young midfielder for this Valley team, getting the call by Coach Chapman as Flick sends this one over the middle, broken up by Valley. Great job by Valley's defense, honing in on the pressure. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. Valley retreating all the way to the other side of the field now. Good job by Centennial.
Yeah, ball looked like it was going out of bounds, but this little bit longer grass that just settled right on the line there and was able to be retrieved by the Ankeny Centennial midfielder.
Yeah, Pasma, one of them that was there, and Centennial, nice pass over the middle to Jackson, unable to get to this one. Valley clears it. Those back 3 for Valley have been key to their success all first half. A nice pass up the field. Another broken up pass by Valley. Now with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go, Valley trying to just keep the score where it is as Valley. Jaden Jackson almost had a breakaway there and a fantastic job. I believe that is Ankarna Rogers. But nonetheless, great job by Valley. Centennial with a pass-in opportunity. Sends this one into Flick. Whistle blown. And this
offsides?
Yep, I believe it was an offsides, and this will go the other way.
Yeah, I tried to play the 2-man game over there and just got a little overzealous on the overlap.
A little too overlap, and Valley gets the ball back. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Valley up 1-0. Looking to keep this thing where they are at. Such an impressive defensive performance from them. Centennial has had their opportunities, unable to cash in. And a missed kick on this one flies over onto the tent. And that'll go out of bounds. So Centennial's going to get an opportunity here down in Valley's End off a missed kick from Sofia Costello. Flick sends this one up the field. This one is to Josie Ellinger. Back to Flick. Flick sends this one over the middle, over the head of Jaden Jackson. And Valley clears this one again. 2 minutes to go in the first half. And a great pass there from Rodic. The Jags get back. Ellinger sends this one, and this one's going to be up the field Jackson misses this one. .130 to go. Centennial trying to even this thing up before halftime. And Flick sends this one out wide right, working one-on-one. Great defense there by Valley. Flick still working hard. Costello has been a nightmare for Flick defensively all day. This one goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay on the other end for Centennial with a minute to go. Emily Conger is going to send this one through.
Oh, nice ball. Going to be a corner kick here for the Jaguars. I think that got touched by the... No, it did not get touched by the goalkeeper, so it'll be a goal kick.
It will be a goal kick. Valley's going to bring in subs with 50 seconds to go. They're going to bring in Rogers, Rubino, and they're also going to bring in Easton Litt. All three players have lots of time this season. 40 seconds left. An interesting time for subs with only 35 seconds left on the clock now, but nonetheless, Valley has had a fantastic first half. Superb defense and cashing in on a golden opportunity. 30 seconds left.
Good to see Sabrina Rogers back in there, coming off of that collision with the goalkeeper. And that's Jackson in there, deep into the defensive zone of the Tigers. Takes a shot, but...
Jackson does miss. 10 seconds on the clock. Poskovich looking for an opportunity. 3 seconds, and Valley's going to escape this half up 1-0. Centennial had an opportunity there, but again, the defense of Valley stands strong, and that will do it for the first half. Valley up 1-0 over Centennial. An impressive first half from both teams. We're going to take a break, and we will be back to you. You're watching the state soccer tournament for girls 3A semifinal.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Hey, Frank. Oh, it looks like you spilled some grease.
Grills are multiplying and you need flavor that's bold.
There's nothing left for you to do
But to go to Fairway, your dream for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Yeah!
Fairway, it's the one you need.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Life's buzzing with energy. From the delightfully routine, to the novel and exciting, to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
I'm Erin Gerlich, Executive Director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. And joining me once again is Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau, our proud title sponsor. Brent, your support for youth and education goes beyond the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. What other support does Farm Bureau provide Iowa's youth?
You're right, Erin. Our Girls Union partnership matters. But Farm Bureau supports Iowa's youth in many other ways. They're one of our state's most valuable resources, so we're proud to support them year-round through Iowa Farm Bureau's scholarship program, which provides over $250,000 in scholarships annually to Iowa students around the state. And as you know, we've teamed up with your organization and the Iowa High School Athletic Association to offer free concussion insurance for all boys and girls participating in sanctioned sports. This collaboration ensures Iowa's athletes can practice and compete with an added layer of protection at no cost to them or their families. We've also provided teachers over the last 10 years with over $450,000 in funding to help them purchase classroom supplies through our Teacher Supplement Program. And we continue to sponsor other groups such as 4-H and FFA that teach Iowa's youth about the many ways that agriculture touches their lives.
Thank you, Brent. We're certainly grateful for Farm Bureau's continued investment in Iowa's youth and our organization. Now let's get back to tournament coverage.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Excuse me, man. You dropped this.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Halftime here for the first semifinal game of the 3A between Centennial and Valley. Valley up 1-0, and when you take a look at it, Valley's been playing a lot of defense, but the one opportunity to which we still don't know who tapped it in with their shoulder is the reason Valley is up.
Yeah, it's just a weird set of circumstances, and because Centennial just had waves and waves of pressure all half, even after the goal went in, they kept on pressuring up. But there was just a little spell of about 3 to 4 minutes where Valley got some pressure there and able to take a set piece, have it ping pong around a little bit, and we're pretty sure it fell. It fell off of Olivia Rodich's shoulder as she went down to the ground, kind of unknowing that she was even going to be a part of the play, and ended up scoring the goal. So I talked to the Valley coaches real quick, and they said they had no idea who scored it. So that's kind of what we saw in the replay.
Well, 1-0 in the books for the first half. We will be back shortly for the second half. You're watching the 2026 Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care.
Welcome back to the second half. Valley and Centennial. Tigers up 1-0 over the Jags as we're about to get underway for second half play, and obviously a very interesting first half. Valley had a unique goal, but second half is always different. What do you want to see from either team here in the second half?
Well, I mean, Centennial's got to, just be kind of upset with themselves on some missed opportunities, I think is one of the things. But Valley, just took advantage of the one opportunity that they had and made it and cashed in. And it may be something they've kind of done all season. Talking to Coach Chapman, before the game, he said that the last time these two met up, it was kind of an odd little situation as well when the final score, that he didn't feel like, that the score is very indicative of how the game actually went. And I think you probably say that as well for this first half.
An interesting first half. It seemed like Centennial had it in their hands, but Valley scooped it away, and Valley clears this one. We switch sides, obviously, and Valley's really going to try and hold on to this lead, but knowing Coach Chapman's history, they're going to want to tack on a little more insurance to work with. And Jaden Jackson working up the left side. One-on-one matchup, cross pass. And Valley clears this one. Jackson's been busy on the left wing all day. Nice pass from Bergen. This one to Posma. Posma one-on-one looking for a breakaway. Nice move inside. Nice pass. Break up by Valley. And another clear. Back to Posma. Kicks this one in. Valley with another clear. Great move. Centennial in the box trying to cash in here. Becker brings it out wide. Back to Gray, sends it back to Becker. Cross pass in. Oh. Jaden Jackson just misses it. A fantastic job by Valley. Definitely a missed opportunity for Centennial, but they are keeping it on the end of Valley. Berger, another cross. Great job there defensively by Reagan Gardner. And Centennial, another replay here of that very close goal there. Just missed it on the replay here.
Yeah, Berger, I think, is a substitution here. I don't think she started the game at the very beginning here, so she's a second-half starter here. So maybe just something that Coach Allen's trying to do to mix things up a little bit. And sometimes taking out one of your main offensive players, sitting them for that first 5 minutes and waiting for that second set of subs to come in and seeing if there's a good matchup there is something Allen could be up to in that coaching sense, as we see Boyle getting that full run up to get this throw in.
A long throw and Valley clears it. She has got a special throw in, Boyle. She's had quite a few today, and Valley on the back end now. Centennial trying to tie this thing up at 1. Boyle with the long stretch. Throws it in a mile down the field. This one's going to be missed by Jackson. Valley just trying to get this thing out. Goes out of bounds, and we're going to have a free kick for Reagan Gardner. Valley's back end has been the key to success all day, has prevented multiple goal opportunities for the Jaguars. And meanwhile, if you're Coach Allen of Centennial, you're going to keep trying over and over until you can finally cash in. But eventually, somebody will have to break.
I caught a little bit of Coach Allen's little halftime talk, and it kind of harkened back to us talking to him before the game, too. He said there's two things he said. He said, I want the girls to be brave, in the situation with crashing the net, follow up on some of these balls, these 50-50 balls that they've been winning pretty much the whole game, to keep doing that. And the other thing was be yourselves. And that was one of the things that he really wanted to reiterate, that I think your question was, what do you want them to come into the game to be? And he's like,
yep.
Be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely. Being themselves is important, and we're going to have another throw. It is amazing how far away she goes just to get the ball in, but if it works, it works. This one is almost into the vision. Nice throw in. Jackson just on the right side. That throw in almost could have went into the net, but nonetheless, Valley's going to clear this one again. And actually, we're going to have a corner kick, and corner kicks are brought to you by Channel Seeds. So another opportunity here for Ankeny. They are really trying everything they can, awaiting the kick, lining it up. Nice right-to-left groove. And a miss by Jackson there. Rebounded, kicked out by Valley, and another fantastic job by their back end to clear it. We're going to have another not free throw. This is not basketball, soccer. She's going to throw this one in. And another long throw down the field. One thing I have noticed, Valley has a lot of height in that back end. So a lot of those high throw-ins or corner kicks, they're going to be a little difficult to handle. And we're going to have another sub. Anne-Marie Becker for Centennial, and substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance, IMTINS.com for all substitutions. Another corner kick for Centennial. Corner kicks are brought to you by Channel Seeds. Nice right to left low ball. This one up for grabs. Jaden Jackson tries it, and the ball's free. Great job by Reagan Gardner to get home. And she stops another opportunity, sends this one all the way out to midfield. And Valley now finally getting to the other side of the field. Valley up 1-0, 34 minutes left to go in the second half. Trying to get to the state championship yet once again under Coach Rob Chapman. And the whistle will be blown, and we're going to have a free kick.
Interesting little formation change for Chapman. Coach Chapman is that he's got Rodich playing at the attacking midfielder and has popped, who do you pop up there? Francis Huckabee up to the forward spot. So once again, that's just another opportunity maybe to try some of the matchups and see if there's a better matchup for Rodich in that attacking midfielder. I'm sure that'll change as we move on as well.
A free kick and a great job there by Riley Litchfield. Litchfield's only goal given up today was obviously the awkward kick and shoulder tap in, but it is legal. And that is how Valley has their lead, obviously. Kenworthy passes it up the field to Ella Clayton. Broken up by Centennial. Clears this one. Jaden Jackson one-on-one heading to the left corner with Elia Johnson. Jaden Jackson one-on-one looking for the opportunity. Cross pass broken up. Centennial misses a golden opportunity. Valley clears it again. Centennial does recover. Nice cross pass. And this one's going to be bounced back. Valley clears it again. And a whistle is going to be blown. But man, oh man, Centennial, they had a golden opportunity there.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to see a replay on Jackson. Just a great run down the sideline, but we might, here it comes.
That's a great replay.
Just got that corner, did a great job. It just fended it off really nicely. Waited the last second, and oh boy, they're going to want that shot back.
They definitely had two options there.
They did.
Jackson could have taken it. Obviously would have been tougher. A nice cross pass, waited a little too long, but a great job by Reagan Gardner for standing ground. Valley escapes again. And Centennial trying to get back onto the opposite side of the field. Valley not making it easy. This one up the field to Jackson. Jackson with a nice pass. This is going to be another opportunity for Centennial. Pizzetti, we haven't heard her name in a little while. Nice pass over the middle. Broken up by Valley. And a shot on the goal. Nice stop there by Reagan Gardner. Again, Centennial. So close, but they are just missing.
And this will be Evie Boyle heading over to take the corner kick. They drew another corner kick, and eventually Boyle's going to dial one of these in and going to put it right on the button here for the Jaguars and see if they can head one in or get a little deflection magic that Valley had earlier in the game as well. We'll see what can happen here as Boyle strides over there.
Eventually it has to go through. And the corner kick here, another one brought to you by Channel Seeds.
I would not be surprised to see Jackson getting in to be a part of one of these set pieces here before we're done.
And a weak shot there from Centennial as Valley does another excellent job of clearing this one. Francis Huckabee up the field. And Centennial now on the retreat as that one was intended for Sabrina Rogers of Valley. She gets this one back looking for help. Nice pass up the field. But this one is going to be caught and smothered by Riley Litchfield and clears this one. Jaden Jackson, the intended Centennial Jaguar. Valley up 1-0, 30 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second half for the right to move on to the state championship game in Class 3A. This one up the field to Jackson, intercepted by Valley. This one heading back to Centennial. Conger tries to get this one upfield. Instead, this one goes to Gabrielle Berger. Outright. Ellinger's pass up the field, heading to Pizzetti. Pizzetti one-on-one on the right side. Pizzetti, nice shot on the goal, broken up by Valley. And they clear this one again, heads out of bounds, and Centennial's going to have a throw-in. But we are also going to have quite a few subs coming in. 22 and 18 for Centennial. 5, 2, and 6. There are so many names coming onto the field. It's quite impossible to botch all those. A lot of them coming on. But like both of these coaches mentioned in the pregame, they want to keep players fresh. And, Berger came in for Centennial and had a good possession there. But Valley doing a really good job of holding on to that 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I think as we get further into the match, it's not exceptionally hot right now, but it's going to be hot enough to play a factor. We could see some cramping come in. I saw, some of the Valley players kind of limping around a little bit during halftime, just trying to get their fluids back in them to help out with those calves. But definitely is going to be a factor as we go forward in the game.
It is definitely much more hotter than it was earlier this morning for the 1A and 2A games. And another shot. Great save by Reagan Gardner. A beautiful opportunity for Evie Boyle. Couldn't get home. And Gardner has done just an amazing job in the back net today. Valley moving up the field now. Rodich looking for help. Another replay here. And Centennial clears this one, and it's going to be going up the
knocks
field.
that down.
And a nice knockdown there by Posma. Ultimately goes out of bounds. 28 minutes left to go in the Class 3A semifinal between the Jaguars of Centennial and West Des Moines Valley's Tigers. 1-0 is the score. Centennial has been so close numerous amount of times in this second half. They cannot find the right angle. Jackson, Boyle, and a few others have almost gotten home. And we're going to see another long throw-in from Boyle. And Boyle, a Southwest Minnesota State commit, so she's one of the more intriguing players on this team. And she just has had such a great career for Centennial, one of those players that you're always going to remember. And she's been having a strong impact on the game today on both offense and defense.
Absolutely.
Valley's going to have a free kick here. Reagan Gardner has been busy this second half, but has held her ground. And Valley on the runaway here. This one is going to be with Sabrina Rogers up the field looking for help. Centennial steals this one. Valley sends it back to the opposite side. Boyle sends this one deep. Centennial trying to get out of their own end. Valley has been aggressive, and Centennial's going to have a runaway here, at least to midfield. Nice pass up the field, and we're going to have a runaway here. Shot of the goal, misses wide left. A beautiful pass up the field, but ultimately Posma could not get to it in time, and Valley survives another close one.
The other game is in the second half as well. They're about 10 minutes ahead of us. I think Northwest is up 1-0. I think it's still the score there. So
Northwest, one of the, if not teams to beat in 3A, and in very, very difficult team to play against, going against Bettendorf. And their game started roughly about 10 minutes before us, but Centennial looking to cash in. Valley doing everything they can to prevent this game from tying up.
Be a corner kick here.
26 minutes left. A corner kick coming up for the Jaguars, and corner kicks will go out for another Channel Seeds corner kick. Quite a few on the right side of the field today for the Jaguars. Maybe Boyle. Big leg, has a great throw-in ability, and looking for that right angle. Centennial, another opportunity to tie this one up with 25:35 on the clock. Boyle launches this one in a little wide, and a shot on the goal. Saved again, and this one's going to go over the net for Centennial. Conger and Poskovich couldn't come home, and we're going to have subs, and subs are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Valley's Morgan Nichols will come in as well, along with Ella Clayton and Francis Huckabee. Valley doing a fantastic job. At this point, I don't think they're worried more about the scoring part. It is preventing Centennial any more opportunities against Reagan Gardner. Centennial on the breakaway here, right side of the field. Looking for something. Rebecca Flick looking for some sort of help. Passes this one to Madeline Posma. Posma loses this one, and now Valley's going to be on the runaway with it. Great break up there defensively by Centennial. Whistle will be blown. We're going to have a slight push, and Valley's going to have a free kick near midfield.
Yes. Yeah, center ref Peter Burgum allowed them to maybe play advantage on that play, but the pass was broken up, and so brought it back to the spot of the initial foul.
24 minutes to go. Valley up 1-0. Valley has 24 appearances in this tournament, 12 straight in a row. One of the best coaching staffs in the state, followed by an extraordinarily experienced roster. Coach Chapman has over 500 wins and has only missed the playoffs 4 times in his 31 years, as Centennial has a runaway. Jaden Jackson crosses over the field. This one's going to be out of reach. Recouped there by Berger. Centennial trying to get another opportunity. Nice pass up the field. Good job by Valley to rebound here. Nice clear there from Valley as they survive again. Rodich. Centennial has been pressuring Valley all day. It almost feels as if Valley doesn't even have the lead here, but Centennial's been so aggressive on offense. But, of course, their defense helps, and we're going to have another sub. This is going to be 13 of Centennial. That'll be Pizzetti, and IMT Insurance substitutions are sponsored for this game. Pizzetti comes in. They could really use Pizzetti's magic right now. She is one of the star freshman players for this team. 6 goals on the year, 7 assists, 65 shots. One of the team leaders and an underrated offensive weapon. And a nice throw in there from Boyle. Corner kick missed by Jackson. Goes left of the net. Centennial again misses. Over and over they have missed. Rebecca Flick almost had one there. And another replay of it here. Great job by our crew. Nice throw in here. Nice headbutt. And she just
Flick.
misses it.
Yeah.
Flick misses this one. A flick of the leg, just a little too left.
I think we got a bloody nose here, so we're going to take a quick
substitution.
Here.
Yeah,
got Evelyn Rubino coming out.
Yeah, those are
seek some medical attention.
Those are rough. Sophia Costello will come in, and that's another substitution brought to you by IMT Insurance. IMTINS.com for IMT Insurance information.
Yeah, I want to take a second to talk about Caitlin Wynn, one of the reserves for the Valley Tigers, was the first one off the bench, talking to Coach Chapman before the game started. Unfortunately, she broke her tibia in the first game of the tournament here and is on crutches and in a like an air cast here at the game. She is here, so that's good to have a chance to be able to see her be able to attend still. And she seems to be in good spirits, but unfortunate that she had to go down in game number 1.
She was one of the players that he touched on, was starting to really show spark. Unfortunately fell short with an injury. But Valley is holding on to a lead. We'll have another sub here, and this will be Piper Zeman. We've seen her a few times. Another sub brought to you by IMT Insurance. Jaden Jackson will come out. She will get a breather. She has hardly come off the field this second half. 21 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock for the right to go to the state championship. Valley on the defense. Centennial trying to set something up. Flick looking for help, sends this one to the right side of the field. Posma out to the right. This is Pizzetti. Pizzetti with a cross pass over the middle, looking for help. Nobody's able to get home. And Centennial with another missed opportunity, but Posma regains possession. Nice cross pass. This is going to go out of bounds, and it'll be a free kick for Reagan Gardner. And for those of you that have been tuning into soccer for the girls tournament, Northwest is able to get a victory over Bettendorf right behind us. So that one comes to a close 1-0. Same score as our game, but congratulations to Northwest. They will be moving on to another state championship game as they will await the winner of this one for tomorrow's Class 3A state championship between either Valley or Ankeny Centennial. But 20 minutes left on the clock. Centennial has been threatening for most of second half. Valley's been holding strong, but not able to come through. We're going to have another corner kick, and corner kicks, they're going to be sponsored by Channel Seeds Corner Kicks. Check out Channel Seeds, all of the information you need for them. And
now, some of your viewers at home may be asking, like, on these corner kicks, Boyle's setting up to take the ball, but we've got Flick that's waiting right there as an extra opportunity, like an extra option. So Boyle could take the short ball and take it to Flick, and then Flick could get a little bit of a better angle and put the ball into play as well. So just another option. It pulls one of the defenders out of the goalie box and makes things a little bit less convoluted and confusing in there. But they haven't really used that short ball yet.
No, they have not. Centennial still on the offensive.
That's
nice
on the
shot.
frame.
That is just over the net. From our angle, it looked like that might blow in. Just over the net. A fantastic shot there by Pizzetti. Here's another great replay of it.
Let's see how close it was. It looked really close.
Very close, just over the net by about 2 or 3 feet.
Yeah.
If that gets down, that is out of the reach of Reagan Gardner, and this game is tied. But luckily for Valley, they are able to hold on still as Centennial still threatening here. Zeman all the way up to the middle of the field. Valley holding strong, 1-0. Only 18 minutes left to go to head to the Class 3A state championship as Centennial on a runaway shot. This one's going to go wide right. McKenna Gray took an opportunity, and that's going to be missed. And Valley's going to sub in 2 players. They're going to bring in Rodich, and they're also going to be bringing in Gazier. And then Jaden Jackson will be coming back in. She had about a 6-minute break there. She's all fresh and ready to go. Valley will also bring out Easton Litt and Morgan Nichols. Valley just trying to hold on for 17 more minutes so they can go against one of their crosstown rivals in Northwest. Congratulations to Waukee Northwest, 1-0 win over Bettendorf. And hats off to Bettendorf on a fantastic season. The only team left in the Class 3A playoffs that was not in the CIML this season. So the state championship will be represented by 2 CIML teams this season, and 1, of course, by the CIML. As Centennial now is going to have another Boyle throw-in. 17 left flat on the clock, 1-0 Valley. Really looking for any answers. Coach Allen's going to have to start pulling out some of his tricks to either tie this game or look for help. A shot to the left of the net, just missed again is Centennial. Wide left of Rebecca Flick, and that's going to be just missed as Valley's trying to clear this one. Another great replay here. It's a beautiful throw-in from Boyle. And ultimately, Flick just couldn't come up with it.
Yep.
16:25 left to go. Time is a factor for Centennial and Coach Chris Allen.
Well, I think the one thing that Coach Allen can feel good about is probably 90% of the time the Jaguars are touching first ball. I mean, each and every time they're the first one to get the ball. Very rarely is Valley getting more than 2 or 3 passes connected together before Centennial gets that ball and takes it. Now, obviously, it's worked out for the Tigers because the one opportunity or 2 opportunities that they had, they were able to capitalize on one of them. But I just eventually the bow is bowing and bowing and bowing, and eventually something's just got to snap here. And looks like we're going to change up the corner kick this time. They're going to put who's going out there? We got Berger going out to take the corner kick, and Evie Boyle has put herself into the box here, and is maybe going to try to use her height and see if she can put something in and get a header in on this ball as well.
Another Channel Seeds quarter kick up, open net. And Centennial can't get it. Jaden Jackson with the recovery. Looking for another opportunity is Centennial. And Valley's able to almost clear this one. And, going back to about the bending, it's almost as if the jar is just filling with water and it's just overflowing almost. You're running out of room. Valley holding on with their 1-0 lead. Obviously, you feel good about it, but you always want to improve even if you score now with 14 to go and you have a 2-0 lead. That's going to be something very good to feel about. Valley on a breakaway. We haven't seen this in about 10 minutes as Sabrina Rogers is literally tackled to the ground.
Well, she actually it was a little bit of a box out. Rogers got boxed out and actually committed the foul on that play and has given it up, but had a nice run out on the far side with a little bit of a counter attack for the Tigers, but just wasn't able to connect up on that last pass to get it into scoring position.
Valley doing everything they can to hold on here. Centennial doing the same thing. Great recovery there and saved by Riley Litchfield.
Really the first time we called her name out here in the second half.
Yeah,
I think,
she has been stress-free. Obviously, the one goal that happened in the first half, there wasn't much she could do. She was on the ground as well, but if it gets through the net, there's nothing you can do about that one. But she's been outstanding so far. Both goaltenders have.
Yeah. But I really think that's the first time she may have touched the ball here in the second half.
Exactly. And Valley on another breakaway. Sabrina Rogers, cross pass over the middle, head butted. Valley comes out of the net. There is no one in the net. And Centennial clears it. Valley was almost about to take a 2-0 lead. Centennial was playing with fire there almost as Riley Litchfield came up, and that back of the net was wide open.
It was.
We're going to have another sub for Centennial. This one is going to be Grace Poskovich. She's coming in, and then it's good to see Evelyn Rubino's coming back in after the bloody nose.
Yep.
So
looks like a big piece of cotton stuck up in her nose and ready to get back out there.
you only play in so many semifinals in your life, so you just got to toughen this one out.
Side ref, it looks like you wanted to have a conversation with the center ref here, so.
I think there might have been a fan interaction problem. There was a group down by the net.
Yeah.
I think you can see on your screen. We're not going to obviously give the fans any misleading information, but there was a group that might have stepped onto the field while
or maybe
they were
just too close.
Yeah, too close. So they're going to go tell the fans that are standing over by that white girls' state sign for pictures that you can't step onto the field, especially while we're in the middle of play. Because obviously if you step on it and it possibly could have rolled into the net or anything happens, nobody's going to be happy.
Or just a distraction.
Exactly.
Just a distraction
for sure.
for the players. So.
Yeah, they're going to let them know that they have to stay behind a certain line. And I think a few of them are photographers, so you can't get too close. And he's going to let the entire people know that is sitting back there, even the ones that are sitting on blankets on the opposite side. Please stay behind the line as we have a pause in play here. And we will continue play now. So clock restarts back up. This one, Valley trying to get a goal. And Centennial needs to clear this if they want to stay alive. Litchfield is really playing with fire, leaving the net a few times. And a whistle's going to be blown. We're going to have a free kick.
Well, I'm surprised he stopped play on that because it looked like Centennial Jaguars were on the attack at the very least, had moved it down the field. Really hadn't been a turnover in possession at all, but he goes ahead and calls the foul and says advantage, no advantage for Centennial, so brings it back to the point of the foul.
This one is launched to the other side of the field by Olivia Rodich. Centennial gasping on a 1-0 lead of Valley. 12 minutes and 30 seconds to go to move on to take on Waukee Northwest. Northwest defeated Bettendorf 1-0 for viewers that might have not heard earlier or just now tuning in after coming over from the broadcast for the Bettendorf Bulldogs and the Waukee Wolves. 12 to go. Valley holding on to that 1-0 lead. Centennial trying to even this one up at 1 to force OT. You know, for Coach Allen, you only have so
nice
many
ball here.
opportunities.
Jackson, get on the end of that one. And
another opportunity there, but Reagan Gardner has just been excellent back there in the net today.
Yeah, Kellen, didn't mean to step on you there.
No,
but,
you're good.
Jackson almost had that breakout there, was really weighted, a nicely weighted pass went in there, but just was not able to connect up on that. So I noticed even a little bit of a different formation change. We've taken Rodich, brought her all the way back to the very least defending midfielder, where she had been playing center forward to be started the game. She went back to attacking midfielder, but now that they have got the lead and they're trying to milk this lead, and you take your best player and put her in the most advantageous place that you can, and they're putting Rodich here in a defending midfield position to help out with the defense and see if they can thwart some of these attacks that Centennial has been running on.
Trying to prevent anything they did. Valley also brought back in Easton Litt, a sub, brought to you by IMT Insurance, and Centennial with 10:50 to go. Valley has done an excellent job of preventing Centennial from runaways, and we're going to have subs for either team. Pizzetti comes back in for Centennial, and Sophia Costello. Subs are brought to you by IMT Insurance. The last game being played here at Iowa State. Beautiful day for soccer. Amazing, you touched earlier about how well the field is in shape, considering with all the rain we've had the past few days.
Yeah, this is the last game. Typically, this is when you see the most chewed up the field would ever be, and
it looks perfect.
Great. Yeah, it looks great. The lines are all perfect. The center logo for the Girls Association looks awesome. It's a real testament to all the work that's being done by the union and by the Iowa State employees here, keeping this field looking nice.
Centennial unable to come up there. Valley clears this one. Francis Huckabee working all alone against 4 Centennial Jaguars. Boyle sends this one up the field. Nice headbutt there by Rodich. And we're going to have a player down, Huckabee. She is able to get back up. I think she took the ball off the wrong spot of the head.
I think two of the girls hit heads together.
Yes, yeah.
So, yeah.
Valley working here. Maya Kate Morrow on the right side. If Valley can cash in 2-0 here, it might be almost impossible for Centennial.
Well, she's going to take her time over in the corner. This is milking the clock for sure.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Just, take it to the place where it's least dangerous for them, and that's going to be in that far corner, about as far away from the Centennial goal as you can get.
Absolutely.
And then try to draw a corner, try to draw a throw in, and it looks like they got a throw in here.
I think it'll be a corner kick, actually, believe
corner?
it. I think it is a corner kick. Sabrina Rogers also rotated or subbed in.
That'll be a throw in.
It will be a throw in. So
It looked like it was going to be a corner kick as well.
8:35 left on the clock. Valley up 1-0 over Centennial. Valley looking to get back to another state championship appearance under Coach Chapman. 8:20 to go now. Time is ticking away fast for Centennial. Only so many more opportunities you're going to have left. Jackson has the ball. Centennial working down in Valley territory. Great job by Schukel to clear it. Rodich up the field. This one is going to go up to Sabrina Rogers. Centennial retreating. Boyle sends this one up the left side. This one's towards Jaden Jackson. Here's an opportunity for Centennial. Jaden Jackson needs help.
Gets the corner.
Uses the speed. Looking for help. This one across the field. There's going to be a shot opportunity and missed. And out of play by by Postma. Postma just missed it. And someone's going to be down for Valley. Not exactly sure who.
Oh, down here by the goalkeeper here.
That might be Maya Kate Morrow. She was working with Jaden Jackson. Time does stop. We're going to get her checked out. Jaden Jackson had a breakaway on the left side. And
Maya Kate's right here, so it's definitely not Maya Kate. She's 14 right in front of us here.
Not sure exactly who it is.
Is that, do we see, okay, Rodich is right here.
Time obviously stops for injuries, so nobody loses any quality time for either team. But for a player down, you have to do the right thing. Obviously, the rule is players have to stay on the field. If they want to come over and get water while game is stopped, they are allowed to do so.
I wonder if that's Evelyn Rubino, maybe. You know, Rubino's down there. See her down there. Maybe Morgan Nichols. I don't think it's Morgan Nichols either.
She is able to get up. I don't believe that's Costello. But regardless, it is good to see her up and walking. 7:39 left on the clock, 1-0 Valley. Centennial is hanging on by a thread here, trying to tie this thing up to force OT.
Schukel, maybe?
Reagan Gardner with a free kick here. She will send this one to midfield. 7:30 left for the right to go to the state championship game. Centennial needs to tie the game to force extra time. If you're Valley and Coach Chapman, everything that you've worked for all season leads down to this moment. All the conditioning, the defensive game plan that you've had set. And he told his players when we met in the beginning of the game, be yourselves and play strong and confident. They have done that. Centennial sends this one up the field.
Aaliyah Johnston was the injured player. She's moving back behind us here with the help of the trainer.
And Johnston, the Grandview University commit, the junior.
Actually, it's Gassier, or 16, Lauren.
Oh, it will be Lauren Gassier. She does rotate in, limited action on the season. Valley sends this one up the right side towards Sabrina Rogers. This is all about milking clock, but she sends this one over the middle, missed. A nice pass towards Bryn Kenworthy. 6:20 left, and time is not helping Centennial, but it is on Valley's side here as Valley's doing everything they can to just keep milking away clock. Centennial. Here we go, up the left side of the field, looking to set up something. Long pass here. This one's going to go out of bounds. And not a bad idea, but it does get out of the reach of Pizzetti. 6 minutes even left to go. Coach Allen is setting up anything he can to get going. Everything you've worked for all off season, all the workouts, all the practices, games, and moments come down to this. Is a nice peeled up the pass. Jaden Jackson's going to go for this one. And a beautiful job by Gardner to stop it. And Coach Allen just yelled out to the wings to spread out. So they're really trying to get something going. Valley just trying to hold on here. 5:20 left to go. Centennial working up the right side of the field. Pass sent up by Rebecca Flick. Jaden Jackson.
Is there going to be a foul? No foul.
No foul called there on, I believe, Pasma. No foul on Pasma. They let it play. 5 minutes left to go for both teams. 1-0 Valley. Is sent up the field. Obviously no Tigers. They are worried about their defense. They are not too worried or concerned about scoring. That is all Ankeny Centennial. This one up the field to Rodich. Gives it back to Centennial. This one to Pasma. Pasma 1-on-2, loses the ball. Back to Rodich. Rodich sends this one to the left side, up the wing. Broken up by Centennial's Ellinger. Ellinger sends this one up the field and out of bounds. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Time is ticking fast. Centennial might only have about 1 or 2 opportunities left in the book. Boyle sends this one deep down the right side of the field. This one to Pasma. Pasma back on the other side to Rodich of Valley. Valley going up the left wing. Valley really keeping the ball deep in Centennial territory. Boyle breaks this one up, sends it to Pasma. Pasma on the right side sends this up the right length of the field. This one towards Jaden Jackson and Rebecca Flick. It goes out of bounds. This is going to be Centennial's ball. This might be one of the only opportunities left on this side of the field for Centennial.
Yeah, they're going to try to keep Boyle probably playing a little bit more forward now so she could take these throw-ins if they're going to have a string of them here.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Centennial, the long throw-in from Boyle. Somebody has to do something for Centennial.
Foul on the Jaguars.
It is going to be a
free kick.
Free kick for Valley. 3 minutes to go in this game, and Valley sole possession. They have dominated defensively, and they have only scored once, but once is enough. This one sent up the left side of the field. Paskovich working. Valley now has it. Paskovich recovers, gets the ball back. Now Emily Conger has it, working up the right side. Sends it deep up the side to Jaden Jackson. Here's a breakaway for Centennial. This shot deflected. Great breakup.
Ball's free.
Open net. Missed and broken up by Valley again. Another opportunity for Centennial. Whistle blown. Time will stop. A Valley player down. There was a few in the net in the penalty box. And here's another great replay at it. Working up the right side of the field is Jackson.
Yeah, just a really great opportunity there for Berger, and just couldn't capitalize and put it really on frame. Got to the defender first, hit the defender first.
Yeah, we're going to have a quick stoppage of time for another Valley injury. Players are allowed to stay on the field.
We have 2 down as well.
We do have 2 down, yes.
Another individual on the far side.
The one on the far end, I think that might be, to your credit, what you said earlier, that the exhaustion of heat.
Yep.
It's really kicking in now. I believe that might be Easton Litt.
Is that Huckabee maybe? Oh, yeah, it is. It is number 8. Or I don't know. These numbers are hard to see. Number 6?
I believe that is actually 6, Easton Litt. Yes, so it is Easton Litt walking next to Francis Huckabee. 2 minutes and 28 to go, 1-0. Couple injuries, and number 5 for Valley, also Evelyn Rabuno, was down. Good to see her up and walking. Most of these injuries, they're not going to be severe. It's exhaustion, and when you're at this point of the game, it's a long, hot day. You know, you had to wait till 3:15 to play. It's a long day for these players, but the emotions of not wanting to come out as well. We also saw Rubino come out with a bloody nose earlier, so she's taken a couple beatings. Good to see her up and walking again. .228 to go. A couple subs short for Valley. Everybody's trying to figure out, make sure we have the right amount of players on the field.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They have too many, don't they?
Regardless, the refs think they got it right. A shot on the goal. This one is right in the direction of Reagan Gardner. 2 minutes to go. Centennial has had a couple opportunities. They have not been able to come through with them. Coach Chapman with that injury timeout, able to set up his defense the way he wants it. There's no need to worry about offense here, but nonetheless, they're going to have a breakaway here. Valley. Nice move, good stop. She's still up. Shot on the goal to the left, out of bounds, off the crossbar. Did not have a lot of juice on it, but it missed just barely. 1:45 to go. Centennial needs a miracle. Jaden Jackson falls down, trying to get to the ball. Valley has sole possession. 1-0, 1:35 on the clock. Centennial needs to find something. Coach Chapman is telling his teams to stay back, do not spread up. Valley just trying to chew the clock here. Centennial looking for anything. Pasma sends this one up deep. This goes to Jackson. A player will be there. This one hits Jackson in the face. The ball went off the foot of a Valley player and into the face of Jackson. 1 minute to go. Centennial needs a miracle. 57 on the clock. They need to set up a play that can get them in the net. 55. Centennial, this is going to be probably one of their last opportunities. Nice pass up the field, broken up by Valley. Centennial, nice pass up the field from Conger, and it's going to be caught and brought in by Reagan Gardner. 30 seconds left to go. Centennial's going to need one of the greatest miracle helps ever. 25 to go. It goes out of bounds. You got to get something in and make a shot on the net. This one is going to go to Poskovich. This one goes out of bounds, and it's got to be quick. Boyle, a long throw. This is going to be it for Centennial. Jaden Jackson. Valley just trying to hold on. 5 seconds to go, and Valley comes through 1-0 against Centennial, and going back to another state title game is Coach Chapman and his Tigers to make history for an 8th ring in his tenure with Valley.
Yeah, just a weird game.
Very weird.
Weird game. Time of possession really went the way of the Jaguars, but the Valley Tigers did what they needed to do, and they put one into the back of the net, and it only took one in this situation. So kudos to them in the right place at the right time. And I think just defensively in the last 10 minutes, they played their best grouping of the game. They finally connected on some of those first touches and were able to get the ball up, and those offensive players were able to, just get enough control to be able to push that down the field and get them some needed time there at the end of the game.
Well, the game started off with Centennial pushing offensively all first half, and at the most awkward moment, Valley flips the switch and gets a shoulder pass almost to score, and that's all that does it. And for Centennial, their magical season ends with a record of 16-3-1, a great season for Coach Chris Allen. They fall up short. Their journey ends here. They took down 6th seed Ankeny and ultimately fall short to Valley. And meanwhile, for Valley, their season will continue. They took down 7th seed Linn-Mar. They're 2-0 on Centennial this year in the biggest moment, and they're going to take on Waukee Northwest. As we both know, that will be a matchup that a lot of people are going to be tuning in for, as Coach Chapman is going for his 8th ring. Has not had one since 2010, so he's trying to make history, but nonetheless a fantastic matchup today from the Tigers and Jags.
Yeah, Waukee Northwest had beaten both of these teams 2-0 for Ankeny Centennial, and Valley 2-1. So I know that Valley will be looking to exact some revenge in that title game, and that's the one you really want to win if you get a choice. So we'll be looking forward to that matchup on Saturday, just tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow.
It will be tomorrow.
Early afternoon. We'll be able to see that game in the culmination of the season for 3A. It'll be a great game.
And for 3A, this will be a CIML matchup for a state championship. Waukee Northwest trying to snag another one, and Valley's trying to get their first one, obviously, since 2010. But with that, we're going to throw it over to the PA for the award ceremony for this Class 3A semifinal.
Ankeny Centennial Jaguars on an outstanding 2026 soccer season.
Oh, guys.
Tiger fans, your team advances to the Class 3A championship tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Now we'd like to recognize today's quick star of the game, Reagan Gardner. Championship round. Thanks to Quick Star for their support of the IGHSAU.
And Valley, they're moving on to take on Waukee Northwest. A fantastic matchup on hand, but that will do it. I'm Kellen Toach, joined alongside